Well, I suppose we're in the position to have a conversation. Considering the circumstances, it's astonishing we even made it out of that mess. You nearly jeopardized the entire operation with your lack of foresight. Clearly, my expectations were far too optimistic. The plan was clear, the contingencies established, yet it appears my expectations were quite misplaced. Would you care for a drink? I doubt it would help the situation, but perhaps you can find comfort in substances. I certainly don't blame you. I do wonder, did you consider the ramifications of your actions? The precision required for a seamless execution? Or were you too preoccupied with the thrill of it all? You realize that this wasn't some playground escapade, right? Lives hang in the balance. And I don't just mean ours. Look, it's done now. Despite your utter disregard for the plan, we managed to salvage the situation. By a hair's breadth, but salvage it we did. You do realize I'm not berating you simply for the sake of it, don't you? There's a reason for my exacting standards. The fact remains, though, that we succeeded, despite the odds. It's vexing to admit, but perhaps your spontaneousness has its merits. Keep in mind, I'm not one for recklessness. But I suppose, in some twisted way, you managed to add an element of unpredictability to our calculated existence. I should confess that I am not accustomed to such. There's a peculiar charm that your recklessness. It's infuriating, yes, but it's also captivating. Perhaps I misjudged you. Or perhaps you've managed to chip away at my meticulously crafted facade. Your audacity, your unpredictability, against my better judgment. I find myself drawn to it. And perhaps I've also managed to misjudge my own feelings. There's an underlying warmth when it comes to you. A warmth that I find alluring. It's infuriating to admit, but the truth often is your presence, though disruptive, has become a comfort of its own, a counterbalance to my meticulous nature. In the aftermath of this madness, as we thread on the land of uncertainty, I find myself inclined to ask, what do you make of all of this? Of me? There's something more that I haven't confessed. Amid the chaos and calculations, I found my thoughts returning to you in a way that defies logic and my own understanding. I've built walls of reasoning and guarded myself against distractions, but you You've managed to breach those defenses. In this strange dance of tension, I've realized that I can't deny what's been stirring within me. It's not just annoyance that binds me to you. It's something more profound, something I've been reluctant to admit until now. I am drawn to you. Your audaciousness, your spontaneous nature. It is a counterbalance to my controlled existence. And in the midst of the turmoil, I find myself harboring feelings that I can't easily dismiss. I'm not accustomed to vulnerability, but with you, I find myself willing to step outside my comfort zone. In a way, you've changed my perspective. That's something I can't ignore any longer. I would like to explore these feelings with you. However, that doesn't mean I'll keep letting your slip-ups slide.